Hello? Hello. It works. You need a voice. Me too. Hi.
Yeah. Do you have like a better? Yeah, we should probably have that one.
Best camera.
There's probably a little sitting room like right up here, just in front of the front row, if you would like to, as you file in.
I thought it was from Vidcon, but it was from Vidcon. Stupid fan.
Don't want to step on that one.
Well, you can't say there was no turnout.
I know, I was expecting a surprise like you, so I could find a couple others.
Very much like your coat.
Thank you.
It's the best seat in the house.
Hi everybody. Hi. Hi. Welcome to Vidcon. First day, bright and early, everybody awake? If you're looking for the Fine Brothers and Epic Mealtime, we're not those people. So they're downstairs in the classroom. Upstairs. Upstairs. I don't know. Rooms are confused. There are escalators. So we are, what is our panel called? It's YouTube in college and school. Balancing school and YouTube, how to make it work for you. So I hope some of you are in school right now. I guess we'll all introduce ourselves.
Hi, my name's Adam. My channel is The Average Adam. Hi, I'm Matt, and my YouTube channel is Boosh37.
Hi, I'm Emma. My YouTube channel is Elmify.
I'm Zach, and my channel is That Zach.
Hi, I'm Michelle, and my channel is Michelle Tells.
Hi, I'm Jeffrey, and I'm Cool Jeffrey, with a K.
The award-winning Cool Jeffrey.
We'll get to that, don't worry. So I guess this is just kind of where we'll talk about, we sort of introduce ourselves, kind of like what we do with YouTube, how we've made it work for us, sort of like the panel discussions about, and how we've sort of been able to use new media to sort of open doors, connect with people, and make us competitive in such a sort of a big international market, and make yourselves be able to be hired and hopefully get a job after school, college, because we all want jobs that pay right. So I guess we'll talk about that and how you can use that to your advantage. So if you want to sort of talk about what you've done with that.
All right, well,
We'll take questions, sorry.
Oh yeah, we will.
That voice, oh my gosh.
Here's the story.
We got a story, man. I started YouTube back when I was a freshman in high school. I was 14 years old. I'm 18 now, just graduated all that. And I started, thank you. I started because, like, when I transitioned to high school, I wasn't really doing anything. I would come home and I would just sit. So I wanted to stop. Now I just sit, but I sit in front of a camera and people watch. So I actually got started because this guy, we went to the same school, and I met him. You didn't know that?
I did know.
We lived like 5 minutes away.
I thought you were
I met him at a Denny's at 2 in the morning.
kind of creepy.
We started talking about YouTube, and that just led to other things.
Whoa. I don't think that's that kind of panel. Big guy.
That's not what we're about. Yeah, I think doing YouTube is one of the best decisions I've ever made, just with how many people I've met and being able to go to places like this. If you're considering it or like on the fence, just do it. Nothing bad will happen. Nobody will make fun of you. At the beginning, people will make fun of you. but then they stopped. So it's all good.
Then you get famous and they took on you more.
There you go. So my name's Matt, and I'm a college student now. I started YouTube back in my sophomore year when Adam was a freshman, and yeah, we started around the same time. And it's just been a kind of a hobby for me. I've always enjoyed doing filmmaking ever since I was a kid, playing with those huge tape recording cameras that you could not carry around with you very well. And now you have the little tiny mini cameras, so those are nice. But yeah, it's just something I've always carried along with me. And going through school and everything, it's always been something that's been there. And when I look back on high school, a lot of things have changed, but YouTube's something that stayed throughout the whole thing. It's been constant for me. And I don't know, it was always a fun way for me to go and express myself. And like Adam said, you know, you come home and you sit in a chair, not really doing anything. But when you're on YouTube, you sit in a chair in front of a camera. So it's a little more productive. But yeah, I've always enjoyed my time on YouTube.
Hello. I enjoy hearing my voice amplified. My name's Emma, I said that before. I started YouTube when I was a junior in college. I'm now going into my big 5th year. It'll be very, very special. Wasted a lot of time in the beginning. I started kind of because I took a long time to pick a major, hence the 5th year, and the ones that I picked kind of cut out a lot of the creative stuff that I liked to do, like writing and acting and being silly and stuff. And so YouTube kind of allowed me a side, you know, opportunity to, you know, do some of that stuff. And I find it has been very beneficial, and something that I would recommend if you really get into it is I'm for sure putting it on resumes and applications and stuff, because it's something that will set you apart from other people when you're applying to other things. If you really, you know, kind of knuckle down and do it for, not for serious, but if you really invest time into it, it's definitely worth listing as something that you have, you know, dedicated time to, and it's definitely something that is unique, more unique now, I guess, lately. But yeah, that's me.
Oh, clap for her.
I started making videos when I was a junior in high school, so beat you both. Didn't beat you. Yeah, I've always been making videos since I was like 11 years old. Quick story time. When I was in 5th grade, there was this thing called a colonial dance, and it sounds exactly like what it is. You dress up like you're in colonial times and you have to dance, and it's the most embarrassing thing ever. So in 6th grade, I broke into the colonial dance, literally. I had to sneak in through a back door, and I filmed it with my friends, and now fast forward like 10 years later, and now I'm making videos on YouTube, so it's been
you see the web.
Yeah, that too. But I don't know what else to say besides it's pretty much my only hobby. So, the only thing I'm good at, so that's, it's that, not really, I like it. I'm good at being a friend.
Good at being a friend.
Or as my mom would say, you're good at school, Zach. I'm like, that's not a talent. There you go.
My story is not that much different than Zach or Matt. I started right at the beginning of high school, June 6, 2006, which was like 666. That's not really a great omen, but since then it's turned out really well. I actually joined because of Harry Potter. Shout out to Harry Potter. Right when YouTube was starting, I remember on MySpace I saw bulletins for like 5 awesome girls, and that, you know, that's what it was, what I first started watching, and I felt guilty commenting, not having anything on my own channel to back myself up with if people were going to look me up. So I'm like, oh crap, I need to start making videos. And then I started going to YouTube gatherings like that, really the 2008 one that 2 of those guys were there for. And yeah, my life kind of changed. And then when I was applying to colleges, it's something that I sort of highlighted on my resume because it's different. Like, I know this seems like for us, a lot of young people are on YouTube, but in college applications, not really. And when I look back now, compared to where I am, when I applied, I wasn't a partner or anything, but just like having just a little bit of that sets you apart from everyone else. So definitely, like, don't be ashamed of it, like, embrace it and like use it to your advantage. So, yeah.
Hi, I'm Jeffrey. Yeah, I started YouTube when I was, I think, a sophomore in high school. I pretty much started, I was like this very, very awkward kid in front of a webcam, and just started that, and kind of started making videos and started connecting with people, became friends with these guys early on, and it was crazy being able to see that there was an actual community behind it all. And so I did that, kind of developed as a person throughout, and I would say YouTube kind of helped me develop as a person and personality-wise and getting to see everybody. And then I did that in high school, made friends and stuff, then went to college, and actually the school I go to, Michigan State University, does a show on the Big Ten Network. There's like a Big Ten network, like a channel on TV that they do stuff on with all the Big Ten schools, and they saw my YouTube stuff and said, hey, we would love for you to help make content for our show and do like little segments on the show. So they asked me to do that, and I did that for a little bit, and I'm still doing it and make segments. And recently, I actually got nominated and actually won a Emmy for on-camera talent performance. So it was just like, it really just showed how much like you can do it as a hobby, but also make it into something that you are really wanting to do and make those connections and sort of make it obviously work for you, that the whole panel is about. So I don't know if you guys want to talk about how you want to use it as like future career, helping things like that. Obviously we're going to take questions later about all that stuff, but yeah.
I think one of the best ways that YouTube is going to help me in my future career as networking is huge. And even when you're first starting out, there's always a community at every level. Like there are always people just starting out, and you can always meet up with those people. And that's what I did. I just happened to find really good ones. Just the best advice I can give is just latch onto a group and try and promote each other. But as for future careers,
You mean like makers? I was like makers? I was just saying. Sorry, I was here.
No worries, man. No worries. As far as future careers go, I've always wanted to do something with film, so I think just the editing experience and just being around cameras a lot more than I'm used to will definitely help. But definitely networking is in there too, because as you start out, you never know who's going to get big, and I've got a few friends who've reached that level and are unlocking doors. All sorts of exciting
Secret keys.
Can you guys stand up?
Yeah, I can stand up for you.
Awesome.
I was wondering about you guys back there.
You don't have to all stand up, but like whoever's talking.
I like it. All right. Well, I understand. Okay. Hi everyone. Okay, so I can empathize with everyone if you've ever made a first video before, standing in front of that awkward camera in your room alone with your family downstairs and you're not sure if they can hear you. You're sitting there and you say something, your mom calls you down to do dishes and you're like, damn, I'm doing a video right now.
Why is he talking to himself in his room?
Yeah, why is he talking to himself in his room? Are there creepy people online? Are you okay? Do we need to help you? But YouTube's moved a lot further on from that now, and it's awesome to see so many great people out here who love YouTube like all of us do. And growing up with it, having it be a hobby, I definitely want it to be something that I carry on for the rest of my life. So I don't know, it is hard to balance YouTube and school and your personal life and everything that comes with it. And I guess from my high school experience, it was extremely difficult to balance it, especially with people finding out at high school that you do YouTube. Oh, you're that YouTube guy? Oh, you're that internet guy? What? And you hear things and you're just kind of like, yeah, you don't know YouTube, you don't know the community on there. But you definitely get a lot of positive feedback, especially from your close friends. And you get a lot of weird comments from people you don't know that well. It's kind of like YouTube. You put something up, you get all kinds of responses. But like for college, I'm going into pre-med, so it's extremely, thanks. It's pretty difficult, but I love doing it, so I'm a science geek. And it's just something that I do want to carry on, and science and film are two very, very different things. So I don't know why I'm like that, but YouTube's like my balance. I like being creative with YouTube and putting my material out there, and I definitely want to carry it on to the future in my career. So I'm planning to be a medical missionary, and right now I'm doing like regular vlogs on my channel, college life, just that kind of thing. And as I become a medical missionary, I'd like to transition from being this college kid to going to other places and filming my travel and doing work in other nations. So it's just something that I want to carry on, and I guess some advice I can give to everyone is just to have that kind of outlook that even if you don't know what you're going to go into for college or what you're going to do, you can carry YouTube throughout your whole entire life, and it can be something that will always be there. And I highly recommend always staying participated in it because you meet awesome people like these great guys up here, and I couldn't imagine my life any different. So yeah.
Okay, I feel like the grandma of the panel because I started so late and I still remember VHSs and Pogs and stuff. But yeah, it's different from everybody who started in high school. I started in college, so it's a slightly different experience, I would say. And I wanted to do it after starting it. I realized this was something I really just wanted to really latch onto as a hobby, and so I would, when I schedule my classes, I would look forward and say, when am I going to make a video? You know, I need to build in time. So this is like something that you really want to consider doing. It is a really tough balance, and so you kind of got to look to the future and think about how to negotiate fitting it into everything else that you have to do. Because for me, school always came first, and always does, come first. And as much as I love vlogging, school is, the main thing until school is over, and then you can make a decision as to what you would like to do with vlogging after that. And I'm pre-med also, and I'm doing my medical school applications this year. And really what I have learned from YouTube, even though I'd like to continue doing it, but not as a profession, but what it taught me and what I think will be beneficial for my future career is how to communicate and how to communicate concisely, which I might not be doing right now because I'm kind of nervous, but definitely how to talk to people in a different way and how to communicate my thoughts and a message, and hopefully that will help me connect with people in the future. So not just, you don't have to be into film or into wanting to do TV or movies or writing or anything to make YouTube benefit what you plan to do in the future, make vlogging, a boon to whatever you want to do. I just said boon.
I'd like to echo what Adam said as far as networking goes. Like, for instance, the only reason I'm on this panel is because I know Jeffrey. So it's good to make friends, yeah. But yeah, I know people all over the world who are very multi-talented, and I feel very lucky to have known these people, and it's only because of YouTube. But like, as far as like what I want to do future in the career, I have no idea. I mean, the one thing I know is that I want to work in new media, and since it's so new, it's both very exciting and scary at the same time. But at the same time, I can't wait to get into it. So I don't really have much else to say.
YouTube, internet, making friends, yay. It's all about networking. When I was like a kid and making videos and just like on my own, it was really crappy and stuff, but I never really considered that could be something I could do with my life. And now we have YouTube, we have this like internet possibility sort of thing, and now that is like totally an option. As much as I can go to school, and which I'm doing, to learn to be a learner and communicate with adults in the professional world, what we're doing here is more important. We're at like freaking Vidcon. Like, this is a YouTube conference. Like that, like put that on your resume. Like, that's really amazing. So I don't really know where I'm going other than something internet. That's just, yeah. Okay, I'm done.
Also, kind of what Zach said about sort of networking with people in the whole new media profession. Companies and other people like that, corporations, are seeing the importance of YouTube and what new media and networking and things like that can do. So positions are being opened up to fill those things and help promoting and using Twitter and using YouTube. Oh yeah, go.
I remember something else about like socially and stuff. When you graduate high school and you go to college or you move somewhere, you lose like the friends that you see locally. But the best part about YouTube is that your friends are going to come with you. We're all on Twitter still. We're all on YouTube, and you know, like I know most of the time, like we go to different colleges, but like you can still see your friends. Okay, yeah.
Once you're at Vidcon.
Yeah, once you're at Vidcon or online though. Like I'm totally cool just Skyping with people. Like that's my social life, and it still is my social life. And
Google Plus
Hangouts. Oh yeah, Google Plus, cool new thing. So yeah, it's other than a professional thing, it's a really social thing, and I think we can all relate to that.
So I guess this is a good time to take questions. I guess I'll like go in and take people like and have them ask whoever they want to ask for the whole panel. Okay, so just say your name and what your question is, who it is.
Oh, hey, okay. Hi, my name's Kate. Hi. I just have a question, I guess, for everyone who is in college with roommates. I know, like, I'll be making a video, and my roommate will walk through the door in a mid-sentence, and I just stop, and I'm just like, hi. And I don't, like, I try to explain what YouTube is, and they kind of don't get it, and they look at me weird for, like, a week after, and then they get over it. But, like, have you experienced anything with that, and how do you get around it? Thank you.
Okay, I'll start, I guess. I didn't tell everyone coming to college, but I did prep my roommates in like a really awkward Facebook message like, hey, I took myself in the camera sometimes. I'm gonna put it online. You can check it out if you feel like it. And most of the time, if they don't understand it, they'll just like get out of the way. Or be totally cool about it. Like I made a friend because she was like, oh yeah, I watched so-and-so, you know that person or whatever. And so, yeah, it's awkward and you just kind of have to get over it. Like, you know the people next door can hear you. But maybe, maybe you go to film school or maybe you go to like pretend you're in drama club and you're practicing your lines and you're saying something over and over again. It's not really that weird. It just feels like it is because you have the camera there and they can't see that.
Okay, so my friends are kind of weird, and the person I was rooming with actually looked me up on Facebook and then added me and found my YouTube and started watching my videos. And he really liked it, so he actually wanted to get into YouTube. And so I don't know if I have any subscribers here that remember Jared Speaks, but he was making videos on his channel. And I was kind of weirded out by him a little bit, to be honest. I thought it was really cool, and but it was weird because he'd like want me to be in his videos, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do this. So once he stopped, then it was just kind of a matter of communication. Communicating, okay, I'm gonna be filming this day at this time, and then if he comes and be like, okay, I told you that I was gonna be filming and you're in here, and yeah, it gets really awkward sometimes, but just, I guess communication is key in this one. Yeah, okay.
I live at home, so I don't have to do anything, but I guess I still have pesky parents and siblings, but what I do if like my mom wants me to do something and I need to make a video, if I said I need to make a video, she'd be like, well, you're gonna do this anyway. But now I say, I can't, I'm working. And I don't consider it work at all, but it adds some legitimacy to it where she knows not to, that I can't be bothered at this moment. But I guess advice for you would be just either help them understand or include them, and I think that should help your problems go away. Or you could film after midnight like I do.
I think that covered it completely.
Anything else to add?
More questions? More questions, sorry. Okay, Voldy.
This question is purely for your average Adam. And Toddler00 would like to know how it feels to be on a panel about college, actually never having attended a college before. It feels fine. My college experience is topped out at that one time I visited campus. So as far as I know, college is a place where you go to play hacky sack and throw frisbees. So I'm really excited for it.
Anybody else? Okay.
Hi, I'm Sarah. Wait, that's cute. So we talked about like roommates and understanding, but what about like your friends, your really close friends who you think would want to support you, and they're just like, yeah, that's weird, we don't want to watch this, and they just think you're nuts for talking to a camera?
get new friends. I guess if you enjoy it, this is my advice. If you enjoy it, I would say just keep doing it. And if they think it's weird, just don't do it around them, or do it so much that they have to be involved and that they will be in your videos. That's what I pretty much do if I'm filming a vlog in my day of life, like day in the life videos or whatever. My friends don't really want to be like, oh, I'm disgusting looking, but you're going to be on camera. And you're going to be probably seen by some people. So that's my advice on it.
Tell them you're only nuts if it talks back.
Here we go. I collect tiny ceramic children and tiny giraffe things and garden gnomes. And my friends don't really understand that. So I would probably deign to put vlogging in that same category. Not everybody is going to get the tiny ceramic children. You know? When people do, it's magical. But the same applies with vlogging. I mean, not everybody's going to get it. And I would say when you do meet somebody who does, it's great. And what's awesome about it is that you go online and it's full of people who like it. So if it's not something that's like integrating into your IRL friendships, the web is full of people who, like everybody here, people who get it. So they're out there. And it doesn't mean, I wouldn't say get new friends, as funny as that is. But, you know, I would say, I would say, you know, try to introduce them to it and see what you can do. But if they're not digging, making a channel and rating your videos, it's their own thing. They probably have their own tiny ceramic children also. Something we all have to deal with.
I think everybody who's ever made a video and their friends found out about it always gets the question, so what do you do? There's always the pause before the do. And I don't answer that question, because that's a judgmental question. Because the tone of voice is very important when talking to someone about it. If I can tell it's a judgmental tone, then I can't make them understand, they'll never understand. Come back to me when you're more accepting. And that's just how I am. I'm very take it or leave it. And my friends who are generally interested, I explain it to them, I engage in conversation, and both get something out of it. So I guess you can just answer their questions quickly if they're being judgmental and just kind of leave it at that. But I think the more you get into it, the more they'll be interested, because they'll just kind of dismiss it at first, but then they'll grow generally interested. Because it's weird, because everybody watches YouTube videos, but it's suddenly weird if you make it. So we got to work hard to erase that double standard.
Just on top of that, I think YouTube's never something that you should be ashamed of. As a YouTuber, if it's something that you like and you enjoy doing and it's a part of who you are, I think it's something to just kind of put out there and be like, this is me. And you should never, ever, ever be ashamed of it, no matter what any of your friends say or do or think, because eventually they're going to get sucked into. Because they all watch YouTube and they all love YouTube. So like Zach said, it's not weird for us people to start creating YouTube videos.
Yeah, most of my friends actually made fun of me for it, and now they all do it, so. Twitter.
Hi, my name is Sally, and I was just curious, how much amount of time, hours-wise, do you spend while school's in session preparing your YouTube material?
I can't answer that question truthfully. I don't want to say.
Okay, so like, to make videos, you have to watch videos, and we all spend too much time watching videos. Actually making it only takes, for me, like 2 to 5 hours, depending on if YouTube will publish it or annotations are down that day or something. But it's mostly watching and communicating and twittering and commenting. That takes up your whole life.
It's not really the production part. Production for me takes about 2 hours, but it's just, as she said, it's everything else that goes along with that. Just the internet in general is a major problem. If you wanted, oh, sorry, pick you up. You can go. You sure?
Yeah. You have to always be plugged in, pretty much, if you want to take YouTube a little bit seriously. And without that commitment, I can't really see anyone being able to get very far. So it's almost like a full-time job that doesn't feel like one at all.
As pre-med kid, it's difficult finding time to do YouTube, so there's very late nights and stuff like that. But this past year of college, I'd say like maybe, I don't know, I'm different. I might do like 2 hours a day online outside of like homework and that kind of thing. But then besides that, like making videos on weekends, it's completely different, because on weekends when I don't have as much stuff to do, then I really pour into it, and I'll spend like 8 hours or 9 hours a day doing stuff and making videos and trying to get all my work done for the rest of the week.
I would agree with everybody. I would say actual like video making is probably three hours, but then the uploading I would say usually takes about 2 hours, and then outside of that, just every day I would say probably I spend like an hour doing YouTube Monday through Friday, because then I go home and I don't have the internet. But yeah, I would say it's definitely outside of just the time spent, real time spent making the video. There's a lot of extra stuff, and of course to get ideas and get inspiration, you gotta watch a lot, and to be connected, you gotta watch a lot of videos, which is not hard, but it is time consuming. So it's definitely something you gotta find a good balance for.
Very true, because you can watch a lot of videos and be a part of all that, but then like I use it as an excuse, because like, oh, I make YouTube videos, but I'll watch 5 hours of online videos, because it's like research, so that's that's not really.
I was just wondering if you guys do any other extracurricular activities, because I know that like extracurriculars are fun, but there are only so many of them that you can do, and sometimes they take a lot of time. Like if you play a sport or if you sing a cappella, then how do you find time?
As far as playing sports, like extracurricularly goes, I think sports and YouTube are mutually exclusive. I don't think they play very well together. But it's really, you just kind of have to prioritize when you're doing other extracurriculars. Usually school-related things would come first for me, like when I was in leadership classes, I have to go set up dances and stuff like that. So that would come first, and then I'd do my internet stuff later. The internet can wait. Other things cannot.
I did a lot of like curricular stuff, like college prep and SAT classes and National Honor Society and stuff. So other than that, not so much, but school does take priority, and I know for myself there'll be weeks or then like sometimes even months when I don't have time to post my own videos, and I can just kind of like watch and comment. But as long as you don't disappear altogether, it's still okay. As it's like the background research you were talking about. But yeah, school does come first, or job should come first, and then this is like your #1 extracurricular for myself.
I work almost 40 hours a week at a smoothie shop. Luckily, it's one that doesn't get very much business, so there's a lot of downtime. I can't really answer your question because I'm on Tumblr all day at work.
So the good news is that it is very possible to balance the extracurricular activities and YouTube at the same time. I know that I've had trouble with this in high school a lot because I like to involve myself a lot at my high school, and so so there might be a period of time where I've left the internet for months at a time because I was involved in lots of different kinds of things, and it was just like the priority thing where I was trying to build my college resume, and I was like, all right, I really need to focus on these things right now, and the internet can wait. The internet will be there when you come back, and it's just something that you have to figure out, all right, this is what my priorities are, and put it in a list and do what you have to do.
I know the time's getting sort of short, but try to answer that.
My name's Amanda. I wonder if you are for those of you who are in college, if you found any resources at your college or university. I'm just thinking that's something I haven't really thought about, is if there's like university resources or equipment or computer lab or sort of promotion that you can use at your school to help you out. If that's fitted for you at all.
Hello. I have not personally utilized anything, but my school has a very big media center, and for just your student ID as collateral, like who can buy another one, you can trade it in and get a camera and get all kinds of lighting and such. So yeah, there are definitely resources like that, not ones that I use personally, but if you look around your campus, especially if you're at a school that has kind of a film program or some sort of communications program, they'll probably have stuff like that. And definitely just the library has, all kinds of, has all the new Macs and all kinds of stuff with software and such. So yeah, definitely free stuff to be utilized. So you just gotta look for it kind of and know kind of what you need, and it's there if you go searching.
Yeah, at my school, Michigan State, there's a group called Telecasters who's solely dedicated of producing their own television shows, sort of more on a professional level, like sort of what you see on TV and stuff. And I can use those resources. They have like editing bays. Most schools have like a film or some kind of technology thing, and you can use those edit bays. There's studios, different things like that, to even make your videos that you put on YouTube sort of more professional, if you want to say a higher quality that you think your viewers would like and that you enjoy doing. So have that experience.
Believe it or not, I have something to add to this. Well, I'm not in college. I do have a .edu email address. And oh my gosh, that unlocks so many doors. There's so many things you can get, like either greatly reduced or free, just for having an email address from your college. Like if you sign up for Amazon Prime, you get a year free of that. Adobe has really steep student discounts. Like I think their Premiere Elements software that I use goes down from, I don't know how much it is. It's significant discount. So if you're looking to purchase, what's that?
80%.
Yeah, 80%. Yeah. It's crazy. That's so much. So I would definitely just look into seeing what you can get greatly reduced that way.
Everyone's so quiet. It's nice. Thank you, guys.
Hi, this question's for Adam. So since that you're going into college, how do you think your videos are going to change because of the new environment, new friends, and yeah?
Thank you. Luckily, I'm going to college with one of my buddies from high school who kind of understands, and he's going to be my roommate, so we're all excited to make videos together. But if I was not going with him, I think the roommate thing would be the biggest challenge. But I wouldn't have to deal with my family anymore, because I don't know about anybody else, but I can't film when there are people in the house. Like, they have to be gone. So that'll be nice. And I think it'll be interesting to have a change of scenery and new experiences to talk about that way. So hopefully things will turn out for the best.
Any other questions? Oh, okay.
Hello. Can I vlog when I ask a question as well?
Yes.
This
is VidCon.
There's a lot more back there than I thought. Hi, I'm Jacob, and hi, I can't wave. I'm Jacob, and I'm in high school. A lot of like the drama department, the band, I just filmed the high school graduation. They're all asking me to do that stuff, and I can imagine a lot of you guys can relate to that. To be honest, I haven't turned down anyone yet, and I just would feel really, really bad saying no, because I just do a lot of that, and I guess it takes away from my personal time. Do you guys still do that, or do you have to... You can take the mic back.
All right. Totally relate to you there. Once people found out I made videos, I kind of turned into the video guy, where when anybody needs like anything done relating to video whatsoever, it's me. I was having none of that after a while. I think that the best thing that I learned was to give people realistic expectations. Say like, I'm willing to do this for you, but I can't do it in 2 days, or like I'm gonna need like a week to get this done for you, just because you have to let them know, like, you're doing them a favor, and it's best if you have set realistic expectations. And sometimes you just have to say no. If it's too big of a project and it'd be way too much time, you're busy, sorry, can't happen.
I'm not nearly as nice of a person as you are, so I just be like, no, I taught myself, you can teach yourself also. I can point you in the right direction, but I'm not doing it for you, so that's it.
Another? Did you ask a question?
No, I did.
Okay. Friends.
Hi, I'm Sophia. This may be weird, and maybe not everyone's dealt with it, but some people say that they've had to tell people that they don't want to be filmed around them. I can't talk. Sorry. I have a friend who always wants me to film with her. And I found that the only way to solve that solution was to inadvertently offend her. It wasn't fun. How do you tell people nicely that I like my alone time to vlog?
Lots of swear words.
This one is a little nicer. Pretty much I'll just explain to people is my format is me talking by myself. I don't want to break from the format. This is the format I set up, and this is what I'm going to stick to. So sorry, but no.
I actually had a friend who always wanted to do my videos, and the way I dealt with that was saying, oh yeah, I'll make a video. And I made one by myself. Kept that up for about a year. Until eventually they realized it wasn't going to happen. We're still friends.
Tell them to edit it, and then it will never come out.
Also, if you tell your friend, oh, we're going to make your own channel, you can put the videos up there. Just kind of like, you know, put it on them where it's going to be your responsibility now, not mine, and make it more of their project, and then I think it would back off a lot more too.
Editing's the worst. Other questions? Yes, yes, oh, okay.
I'm not sure if you need a microphone because I'm already.
Back on something that Adam said earlier, how do you guys deal with your family finding out that you do YouTube? Like, not just your parents or like your siblings or anything, but like your grandparents and stuff like that? Because I imagine family gatherings are not always the least awkward thing ever.
Well, you could always imagine what the first thing your family members are going to say to you when you walk in on Christmas Eve. It's like, it never fails. They always go, oh, so how's the internet thing going? Like, hey, you don't have a job, do you? How are you doing on the internet? And I just kind of like go with it. I don't know. I just kind of, I'm easygoing with the family and joke around with them about it. And they're always, your family's always supportive. So that's the good thing, is that they're always there for you and they want to be there for you and support you in everything that you do. And I think that's the most important part, and they're very interested. So, yeah, just share with them and be open about it.
With family, like immediate family, like the day I created my YouTube account, I told my parents, so it's never been a secret as far as that. But like extended family, it's just kind of a short, awkward conversation. They're like, oh, I saw your videos. I go, oh. And then that's the end of, that's the end of that. So.
Chances are they probably like you, so I think that they would be supportive of your endeavor. And it is kind of odd to explain to people who aren't, you know, in on it originally. But yeah, I would think it would be like anything else. Like, you know, come to my piano concert. Like, you know, they would go to it. So it's, I don't think watching the videos is much different. And unless you're doing something super wacky that you wouldn't want them to see, I don't. That's the only time there would probably be an issue. But I think they would be supportive, right?
I think, generally speaking, as far as the whole family thing goes, it's very rare you'll get somebody who's like adamantly opposed to making videos. Like, I will not have you making videos on the internet. No. You will play golf. Generally they're either gonna, like, they'll be totally just like, okay, I guess you make videos, that's whatever, and just not care. Or they'll be like my grandmother, who's completely overbearing
and calls me saying, I have a video I want you to make. And it's like, I don't need to like film this parade. Everybody will love it. Maybe. Hey, Grandma. So yeah, generally things work out fine.
That's something I had. My grandpa is really into get-rich quick schemes, and he was pitching them to me and telling me to promote them. He's like, I got one for you, it's called like Lawn Chair Millionaire. What you do is you sign up, and they pay you just to sign up. I'm like, Grandpa, that sounds like a pyramid scheme. He's like, it's not, I promise, you should promote that in your videos, and I'll cut you some of the money I make. And I'm like, I'm not gonna do that.
Trust your grandparents. Trust your grandparents.
That's an obvious.
Okay, so I think we have gone over time a little bit, and so if any of you have any questions, I think you can maybe come and ask us. We're obviously, we'll stay here and meet everybody and talk with everybody if you want to talk with us and stuff. So yeah, so thank you so much for coming. Take care.